Hello and welcome to Round 1 Back 9 action of the 2024 Hub City Amateur Championship, brought to you by the Great Courses of South Carolina and the Hub City Disc Golf Club. On catch cam today we have Michael Bowman. Drone footage courtesy of Jonathan Wunrow. The commentary team is Vern Weygandt and Owen Camp. On the card today we have Vazquez from Saluda, South Carolina. Sauls from Newberry, South Carolina. Hartford Berley from Taylor, South Carolina. And Hunter Bowman from Duncan, South Carolina. Hole 10 is a par 4, 599-foot shot. You're going to see players try to navigate through these trees and then either underneath or over top of these trees to get far down the fairway. The next shot's going to try to find them going towards the basket, and with any luck, they sink the putt and they get a birdie. Alright, here we go. We're on the back 9 of round 1. We've got Hunter Bowman on the box.
I love this hole distance, 599. It's not 600 feet. Oh, stay in bounds. That's good. Yeah, really anything out of this first initial gap, past that middle tree, anything past there, great, golden, love it. They're going to have some sort of upshot to choose from after that.
That'll work.
Gotta stay controlled on this shot. You know, you've got that OB line drawn in between this fairway and 18 on the left. You've got that tree line over on the right. Gotta stay controlled while still trying to get a little bit of distance, get past this opening. It's gonna be a great shot down there to the left. You know, you'll see a lot of people throwing this shot really straight and having to play the right side of those middle trees. Drake's going to end up way left over there and probably have something underneath those to try and skip something up to the basket.
Yeah. Alan called it and Rico seconded it. And you can see right here, he wound up in the spot he doesn't want to be in.
This is a tough spot to be. You see Rico coaching him through. Rico's probably telling him, just get something back to the fairway. You're out of birdie range here. You're not going to get the birdie. Just pitch something back out to the fairway. Get some forward progress and move on. He's going to do that. He got past that middle group of trees. That's a great shot from where Alan's at, you know. He doesn't need to do anything drastic or crazy there. He just needs some forward progress, get past those trees, and be in the fairway.
That looked like an over-rotation.
Yeah, hard. I don't know if that was and it's almost skipping back in bounds, but Hart maybe just, like you said, over-rotation, maybe on the lower body too, right? His foot might have rotated a little too much and brought the rest of his body over along with it. And that's about the worst mistake he could make from back there. Go OB really early and not cross back over. I love this second shot, the way this course has grown into this, right? That these trees used to be so small, you used to be able to go over everything anytime you wanted to. And now Drake's having to throw this technical, low skipping shot, trying to stay under all these branches. He did it well, too.
Hunter squared that tree up, unfortunately, because it looked like he was coming at it from the opposite direction.
You know, Alan was at a spot there. He could go low and try to skip it up there, or he could go high. I think he had the choice to do both. I think I would have rather see Alan, and he's got the shot just to go up high there and spike it up to the basket. Go over those trees. Yeah. Tough putt to call from back there. I mean, you see both of them trying to get up and around these branches. Trying to get around everything. Oh, bang.
Great putt.
Drake hitting a great putt there. That's a good birdie to get. Guard struggling around him. He's not letting it get to him. He's gonna bang that putt in anyways.
Yeah, this has been a tough hole for everybody else. Just kind of nickel and diming down the fairway.
Yeah, a lot of trees. A lot of decisions to make. Obviously, the OB left and right as well poses a challenge. So, this one can get away from you quickly.
It's always funny to hear people refer to Tyger as the open course in Spartanburg County.
Yeah, you know, it feels more open compared to some of the other courses. But then you sit down and you start looking at some of these holes and you start playing them and you start to realize there's still a lot of trees out there. Hole 11, another par 4. Par 4s back to back here, 580 feet. Normally a little breeze here. We're going to be going all the way back.
Yeah, I need to put the other drone thing in there.
First shots, you're really going to want to land this just out in the open. None of them are really running this basket over to the left. Drake's just going to try to get something out here in the fairway. Don't quite know if that one stayed in bounds or not. Yeah, two approaches this hole, right? Drake's trying to throw something far, trying to stay in the fairway, whereas I really prefer kind of more what this shot that Hunter's doing is trying to get back in bounds and doesn't, is just put something short on the fairway and play this as a par 3 from out there in the center. Allen also going straight at it, trying to get far down the fairway.
But gets the green flag.
He just squeaked back in bounds. I bet Hart's going to play more of what I'm thinking here. He's going to play that shorter, just get in the fairway shot. Hart's really good about making those types of decisions, playing his game. Yep, you see he's right there on that front corner. Exactly, I was saying. He just wanted something inbounds to play a second shot.
The one thing I like about Hart's play is he's blind to what everybody else is doing.
He's playing his own game. You know, everybody says, play your game. It's you against the course. Hunter, a little out of position, trying to go for it there. Hart played a great first shot and just kind of misfires out there to the right.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to that morning. I can't remember how wet the grass was because this is, we started pretty early here. I know maybe that's why Hart's had that second over rotation there.
Another misfire there. This hole has given our featured card some difficulty. Love that shot from Allen. That's the shot I would have liked to see him throw on the last hole for his upshot there. Right, that high spiking hyzer gets down, stays safe, especially on this green, right? You've got that OB behind the basket, left and right. You put it up high, you can control the distance a whole lot better coming in. It just drops down and stays near the basket.
Give a quick shout out to our spotter in this hole, Jordan Lee. Appreciate him coming out this morning. Oh, get in.
Oh, he was giving that a bid. I mean, whole way, he never thought about laying that one up. You know, Drake had a great kind of outside the circle 2 putt last hole. He about rang that one up too. That could have been huge for momentum if he had made that one as well.
Yeah.
Allen taking a birdie, getting back on the board. That's going to be a good swing for him. Coming back, trying to hang with Hunter and Drake here that are almost starting to pull away.
Like you said, it's always a morale booster when you can take a birdie and the rest of the cards having trouble on the hole.
Yeah, that's huge. You think things are, especially for Allen, he's struggled a couple of putts, a couple of misfires today. It's going to be good, taking that, like you said, taking that birdie. Everybody else is struggling a little bit. I'm still in this. I've got plenty of time. Things are swinging back my way. Yeah, 3 bogeys, 1 birdie there.
Hole 12, par 3, turn 34 feet. This one has OB on the right, OB on the left, and OB behind and all the tall grass. So you want to keep it right straight down the middle, but watch out for these trees, some low ceiling.
Yeah, this is on the bingo card for birdies. Allen got a nice straight shot out there, but just maybe left it a little low, a little short. He's going to have a tester putt to make his birdie. Drake throwing the wide backhand, sit inbounds.
Oh.
Just leaks out that back left side. Put a little too much on it.
Hart's going to come in from the other side with his forehand.
I like this play. That's a great shot too. Well executed as well. I like the forehand right at it. That right side past the tree is a little bit more open. It also slightly slopes left down there near the basket, so normally that forehand coming in will hit nicely. Yeah, you can see Hunter, he almost left it out right. He felt like that was maybe leaking out right and drops to the ground and hits and stays nicely there. I think you can hear a little bit of wind picking up.
Yeah.
Seemed like that played a factor there for Allen's putt. Drake really close on that putt, as he was on the last hole too. He's really close to some dialed putts here.
Yeah, Hunter had a little fluff there. As you said, and as you'll notice when we go through this round, remembering back from that day, as the day went on, the wind got worse and worse.
Yeah, lucky to play Tyger in the morning. I think that's a good birdie from Hart here. You play Tyger in the afternoon instead. You swap these rounds. Play Tyger in the afternoon and Woodruff in the morning instead. I think scores look a whole lot worse out at Tyger. You get that wind swirling out there, all the OB painted out there. Hole 13, uphill, par 3, 321 feet. Plays a little further than that, like I said, with the slope. You still got OB left and right here, painted all the way around the basket. Just trying to keep something in bounds. You'll see the popular play here is to get up and around that big cedar tree that's up there. The bailout zone is kind of left, so if you can get the distance, get all the way up there and have a disc finish left on a right-hand backhand. That's the place you'll see a lot of these guys going.
Yeah, well done.
And it's a good flip. It was a little low. I don't know if the wind knocked that down for Hart or if he just kept it a little maybe nose down out of his hand. Well thrown though.
You know, something that's hard to tell from the angle that I'm filming from right here, the trees on the right-hand side, they poke out a fair amount there. They can get in your head.
Yeah, you know, you can't throw a hyzer at this hole. Those trees on the right make you throw the straight shot, or at least a flex like Alan's throwing here. He's going to throw it outright, trust a disc to come back, and he trusted it just enough, and it came back and sat him out. Another hole on the slope too. You know, we talk a lot about hole 3, hole 8, hole 18 over there perched on the edges of slopes. You know, this one's got a big hill leading up to it. If you're not careful on the putting green, you can get some bad rollaways.
Yeah, unfortunately Hunter just yanked it right into that big cedar tree. I'm not certain what he was trying to do, but if he's trying to turn something over, it did not work out that time, unfortunately.
He was hoping for that disc to flip out of his hand. It
did
not.
The MD1 again from Drake.
I love this shot from Drake. This hole, you know, lines up really well for his form and his backhand that he has. That, you know, I was talking about on hole 4, he's got that flipping hyzer, and that's a really good shot for going up this hill. This hole and hole 8 and hole 4, great holes for that flipping backhand. He's got a lot of power on. You hear that wind picking up here on a tough putt without wind. You add this wind in here.
Yeah, all you gotta do is look at the top of the bushes and then the trees in the back right-hand side. They're starting to sway a little bit.
Yeah, this is a putt you want to hit chains. You don't want to hit band. You don't want to hit cage. You hit band or cage, and that disc is coming right back at you.
Oh, good putt.
That was a great putt from Hart there. A little wind blowing uphill on the slope. See if Alan can connect over here from the OB side.
Indeed.
Yeah. Alan's starting to get some of that momentum. You know, some of those struggles on 10 and 11 from the card. He capitalized on 11. Took the par on 12, but coming right back here with another birdie. Putting himself back in the conversation with everybody else.
So one thing about this area of the course at Tyger, one, there always seems to be wind, and when there is wind, it's always hard to determine where it's coming from because it just swirls around these mounds.
Yeah, not a consistent wind direction out here. And, you know, the entire property is up on a hill on its own as well, so kind of the 2 to 3 miles surrounding this park as well are all lower than the park itself. They kind of built it up on top of this hill, so it gets all the wind from the surrounding area.
Hole 14, par 3, 363 feet. Pay attention to this tree on the right-hand side here. Since the drone footage was captured, that is now a mando, so players must go straight down the middle. So a putter, a mid-range, whatever they've got to go straight up the gut.
Yeah, really technical shot. You can see the kind of mando sign on that tree. It's limbed up out there. Forces that straight shot where this course was designed with that shot in mind.
Right.
Yeah, you know, that's the shot. Hart's playing that shot, you know, pin high to maybe even higher than the basket, just expecting it to hit one of those trees on the back end. He's playing the backstop, trying to throw it straight at the basket and hoping it hits something.
Oh my God.
Alan's going to go right at the mando tree.
Yeah, I don't think that disc did what he expected it to do, but the tree kind of saved him, and you'll see from his position here in a minute, it did, but it also made his job a little tough.
Yeah, this hole's so tough with the mando in, right? You got to throw it left of that tree, but if you can see the big cedar tree, that's a good shot from Drake. If you can see the big cedar tree on the left side of the fairway, it's almost an instant bogey if you throw it into that tree. You're not really getting out of it. You're not getting around it. It's too big of a tree to do that. So you got to hit it straight down the fairway. That's you'll see a lot of these guys doing something flippy, right? Because they want to hit that gap in between the mando tree and the cedar tree. They want to move right because that's where it's safe. Hunter, last hole threw a disc, didn't really flip as much as he wanted. This hole kind of did the same thing. I think maybe his release is just a little bit more hyzered than he was expecting on both of those shots.
Yeah, you can see Alan. That tree is now between Alan and the basket. He's not OB, but he didn't miss the mando either.
He's going to give himself a putt from there. That's a good upshot. Any upshot from back here that gets a putt is good.
And here's Hunter, exactly what you were talking about before. He hit some of these trees on the left-hand side. He doesn't have a whole lot left here.
That's a great upshot from where he is.
Yeah, forward progress.
To get a putt. I mean, I think he's fortunate to have hit the trees he did. That dropped him before that big tree. Gave him an avenue to get around it. There he goes.
Too.
Drake connected on a birdie putt. He's had, that's 4 birdie putts kind of in a row in the last 4 holes. He made the one on 10, but he's had them on 11, 12, 13, and finally connected on one.
Yeah, he's putting himself in position. Just has to be able to cash in on all those opportunities.
Yeah, and you normally tell yourself when that's going on, right? That you're giving yourself the opportunities. They're going to fall eventually. You just got to keep doing what you're doing and let the putts fall when they may. You can't try to force yourself closer to the basket or anything like that.
Yeah.
You're doing the right things. You just got to execute on that putt.
That was a good bid through jail. I mean, that was tough putting from back there.
Got everything right except for that height. He needed about 3 more inches of height, and that was in the chains. Alan's got this for par. Maybe a couple of trees to deal with here. Drains the putt.
Well done. What a par save. He's got to feel great about that after almost missing the mando.
Yeah, from the millisecond after he released that disc, if you could have told him, hey, you can take a par, he would have taken it, for sure. Hunter taking his time on his par. That's a good scramble from Hunter as well. I think those are 2 textbook scrambles there. One from the left side of that fairway, one from the right side. They did what they needed to, got up and down. Got hole 15 here, par 5, about 800 feet here. Not a super easy tee shot here. You really want to get some distance and try to get up and around this corner to set up a second shot going down this fairway. You're going to see some opportunities here for birdie. A lot of these guys are going to want to get a couple of clean shots down the fairway, set themselves up for a putt at a 4. Trick here is,
like you said before,
forward progress.
Yeah, get around the corner.
Yeah, forward progress. You want to try to get this first shot, forward progress, up and around the corner. That's great. That needed a little bit more to the right, a little bit more flip, but that was great. I'm loving Drake's backhand. I've never gotten to see Drake play, so this is he's got some great form. He gets some natural speed off of the disc with his backhand form.
Yeah, I'll give a quick shout out to his dad, Chris Sauls, who is also playing MA1 this weekend. And had a great teacher. Chris has been a good player. I mean, if your last name is Sauls, you're probably a good disc golfer in the first place.
Here's the star power disc from Hart. He loves this one.
Come on. Work.
Yeah, that's fine. He left it a little straight. He's going to be on that corner. It's going to be an easy second shot in the thought process of he's going to have an option for forward progress. He's not going to have the ideal shot he wants to get all the way down the fairway, but he'll have a forward progress shot without too much obstruction.
Yeah.
Swing.
Just a great shot.
Good landing.
Alan. I think he got a little assist from the tree there. Kind of kicked him back to the fairway, but it's, great positioning.
Push.
Just a little inside from Hunter as well. A great looking line, just needed a little bit more flip up, but you know, he's still in great position here. He's got the fairway he's looking at. He's going to opt for the forehand second shot, going through this gap, turning it left, needs it to fade back right, and does. He's all the way out the gap almost. That's a great shot.
That's where you want to be.
Great shot from where he was. Yeah, I'd say from where most of these guys are, you see Drake's disc kind of approach. There's a gravel path going through the fairway. That's a great spot to be. If you're at that path or just past it, it's a great second shot.
Mm-hmm.
Allen in prime position here. Needed a little bit more flip to that. He's going to get a nice roll out to the fairway, I think. Unless he goes all the way across
Still
it.
Going.
Sit down. Okay.
Yeah, super weird.
Well, he went from the left side of the fairway to the right side of the fairway, but kind of a equal roll. Oh, Drake, you can see it's kind of a risky backhand there. You've got the long grass up there to the left, in the top left of the picture here. That's OB. So, you know, Drake's lining up that backhand turnover, and he's thinking to himself, I cannot miss this left. And that's, I think, why you saw him pull it right into those trees.
Yeah, that checks out, because that starts getting in the back of your head. And you're like, do not hit that tall grass.
You can't throw it back there. Hart made the nice decision there, right, where he knew of that. He was like, I'm just going to pitch this out to the open. I know I'm not getting to the basket anyways, and he made a great decision there for that. Allen caught a little bit of something on his upshot. He was trying to get out, but he's going to put that, looks like a zone-ish type disc up there near it. Here's Drake's shot. Kind of ended up in the woods. Let's see if he can recover. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Looking good. He timed that one just right. I wonder if that's one of the... I can't remember who did the that version of the zone. Maybe AB. That's a solid
drop
one.
in. Oh, a little short. It looked great from that angle back on the fairway.
Mm-hmm.
That one looked great as well.
A little skip there, but he can putt that.
We had the howling werewolf earlier on the front nine. We've got the little yappers in the dog park back here behind hole 15.
Nothing like getting razzed by a chihuahua when you're trying to putt.
You know, they weren't that bad on this day, but I've had some practice rounds from about where Hart's at, where you've just got one dog sitting right behind you on the edge of the fence, just staring at you.
Yeah, great putt. There we go. And then Drake will clean up here. All right, hole 16, par 3, 390 feet, paying to the yellow basket. Most players are not going to follow this path, but go up and over the tall grass. So you want to spike it down somewhere and maybe give yourself a putt. But once again, here we are on the side of a hill. That's a theme out here at Tyger.
Yeah, I think this is the biggest stroke differential hole. You're gonna have birdies, pars, bogeys, doubles, triples on this hole. A lot can go wrong here if you're not careful.
Mm-hmm. Hunter with a big mash forehand.
Yeah, nothing wrong for Hunter. He put it way out there, inbounds. That's a great shot.
The tough thing about going over the tall grass here is if you don't come back in bounds, then you've got essentially the same type of throw.
Yeah, you're only moving up 20, 30 feet in front of you and having to throw the same shot if you don't cross in bounds.
Great shot.
Yeah, bottom of the hill as well.
Shout out to our spotter Tommy Muse on this hole, volunteering today.
Doing a great job out there and much appreciated. Hart's going to try to play a placement shot here. Yeah, Hart's got no business running this in his eyes. You know, he's again playing that smart game.
Yep.
Just wants to get out there on the fairway. Inbounds.
He probably sat and thought about all these holes and thought, hole 16, that's when I'm playing for par.
I was just talking about how you'll see bogeys, doubles, triples. Hart wants to take that out of play and just take his par and move to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Good shot from Allen too. You know, those 3 drives are going to all have a shot from the bottom.
Oh.
Hart almost made me eat my words about him playing for par. Oh, stop.
Don't do it. Yeah, listen to whoever's calling for it to curl.
Oh, that's a good roll, as in it staying in bounds, but that's some of the risk with this slope and these rocks near this pin. Huge putt from
Drake was a great putt there.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good connection. He's been close in a lot of those long ones today. You know, ironically, Hunter had the better putt over Allen there, and Allen got a much better result because he landed flat. Almost had the comeback.
This hole has just had it in for Hunter, unfortunately. Great par by Hart.
Yep, that's going to get a stroke on, a lot of people out on the field. We had only 2 birdies on the day, Drake and Kalen McManus. Hole 17, this is going to be a big swing hole, just like 16. Par 4, 540 feet, playing from the long tee back here. Don't think you're going to see anybody going for this island from this card. You're going to have folks going for the first island, trying to set themselves up for a nice second shot to try to get up near this basket.
Mm-hmm. This is essentially a blind island, too, from this tee pad.
Yeah, you can see maybe the very front end of the island all the way up, kind of where our spotter's standing out there.
Thank you, sir.
Drake made the right mistake there, though. If you're going to miss this island, you want to cross it pretty late.
Oh, yeah.
Right, so if you're throwing the right-hand backhand, you want to swing it out right, make sure it moves all the way back left. And if you go OB, you'd rather go OB left.
Are you holding the flag up?
Mm-hmm.
And there's an optional drop zone of the short tee here that is in play. But you'd really, if you're going to go OB, you want that forward progress, push you all the way up there, and give you easy up and down for the par. that's the ideal shot there from Alan. He got it, you know, out there wide right, swinging back, landed just on the middle of the fairway.
Yep, both those guys essentially center cut, looking good for their second shot.
Get up. Get up.
Yeah, no, Hunter, you're going to see him playing from the short tee as a drop zone here. He swung that out wide right, and just like I was saying, he didn't swing it back left enough that he's going to be all the way back on this drop zone.
Going for the second island from here.
Yeah, he's got the power from the short tee to get there. Maybe too much power.
Yeah, hit inbounds but skipped out of bounds.
Here's that difference I was saying. You know, Hunter and Drake both threw OB shots off the tee. Drake threw the better OB shot because he got to move all the way up here to the mid fairway. Got to throw that up shot, you know, with the bullseye of the basket, and he's not going to have an easy par.
Another spotter shout out to Kyle Shook spotting. And Kyle also took care of water and snacks this weekend.
Kyle was a trooper out there this weekend. Just a great looking line on Hunter's putt, trying to save double OB there.
And then here's Hart just making the birdie.
It's so sneaky the way he plays his game. He plays it how, you know, he draws it up, he takes his birdies where he needs to. Just simple shots here and there, taking his birdies. Alan's going to take a good birdie there as well. Yep. Alan's really recovered his round on the back nine here. You know, he struggled early several times on the front nine and has brought himself back way up this leaderboard in contention with the rest of the guys on this card.
Hole 18, par 4, 674 feet. You've got OB on the right-hand side with the paved road. You got OB on the left-hand side with a painted line. There's also a mando here that not allow you to throw out over the road. And then the OB on the left-hand side continues all the way with the tall grass and beyond. And then, once again, here we are at Tyger River, and guess what? The basket's on the slope.
Yeah, a lot of you watching this hole might think to yourself, I thought this was a par 5. And it is when you play it from the white tee. But from these blue tees, these guys are playing today. It plays as a par 4. So they're going to be throwing, you know, their shots, trying to get all the way up and past this line of trees and up near that mando, and then trying to throw a second shot near this basket.
Yeah, dropping this from a 5 to a 4 makes this... Or before a 4 is like, oh man, I got a birdie, but okay, a 5 is fine. But if you're not getting a 4 here, then you're in bogey land.
And it should feel that way for these guys. These guys got the distance to get to this pin and 2, ideally. Alan's going to turn his a little bit, but fall back to the fairway.
Little happy tree there knocked him down.
Yeah, the cutoff line here really is that line of trees you see over on the left. You can see just that last one poking out there. You want to get past there if you're trying to get the 3.
Oh boy.
Oh, turn for him.
Yeah, that could be.
Hit a tree.
Yeah, Drake kind of called that one too. He's like, it's going in bad places, and it did. Side note, the signs from Hub City looking great here.
Yeah, I love making the event feel legitimate for these AMs out here. Putting some signage out for them, having the spotters, having the course in great shape, painted up. Alan's got a shot here. Big turnover, flex. Gets a good rip on it. Oh my goodness, that's a amazing shot. I mean, he's way back there. I was just talking about the cutoff line being these line of trees, and he was 50 feet behind that. Hart kind of just burned that into the dirt there.
Yeah, I know what he was trying to do, but it was just a few clicks low to make it happen.
You know, Drake put his shot out here OB left, but he's going to have a open third shot here up to the basket, so he's going to hit the top of that ridge. Just a little short, though. Hart looking forward to lunch, just pitching up. Hunter's going to try to do the same here.
Yep, a little bit closer even.
Bit of wind.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, Drake knew out of his hand. He was just trying to lay that one up and left it short. He's going to leave himself a little bit of work to do for his putt.
Allen's thinking about it here.
Yeah. Yeah, drains
Wow.
it. That's a great putt. In his round.
Mm-hmm.
Get back up there. You know, he's probably sitting at that range where you know the risk of missing and going down the hill, but you also tell yourself, I'm close enough, I have to run this. This is within my range.
Yeah.
Drake leading kind of some easy strokes here at the end of his round from where he was playing. Taking a double bogey, the OB, and then the flubbed upshot kind of there. He definitely wishes he had that last hole back.
Yeah, that's not a great way to end the round. I know he's kicking himself on that one.
Just where Hart's upshot landed. A little bit of wind. You know, we talk about in the past a little bit this park being very busy. A lot of traffic going around here. Gotta keep your focus.
Mm-hmm. There we have it. Round one. Man, Lance Harden, who was not on the card. Yeah, 8 down, 10-10 rated round.
Well deserved. We'll see how, you know, we played on the open course. We'll see moving out to Woodruff in some woods. See how we hold up going through those tight woods.
Mm-hmm. We got Drake Sauls. Corey Ginley's going to join us on lead card next time, but Hart and Caleb McManus are tied right there. And who's this guy here? Jonathan Smith? We might see him later on.